Now Charlie Tapp will be bowling in the sixth frame, a spare working, trailing by 16 pins. This is a man that has won 3 matches with a .215 average.
Charlie Tapp, this is an important strike because, important ball for him, because he's lost on the right-hand lane. He had a washout in the second frame and then went right in the nose in the fourth. Let's see if he can get zeroed in.
4-7 on the right lane.
Charlie Tapp with that good steady head, keeps his eye right on the target, spotting right at the arrows. And notice how he didn't even blink or move his head as he released the ball, and he thought he had it there, but he has to do what we talked about earlier. Maintain your speed on this pair. Even Earl Anthony gave him the tip when we were doing the interview. You got to throw hard. You can't make the move inside.
Carefully now to the line. That time he made sure on the 4-7. Tapp for the spare, 6-frame championship match.
This is where you have to gather all your thoughts. 4 frames left. He's never been in a winner's circle, bowling against bowling's #1 winner.
37 titles. Of the 5 today, we had a total of 67 titles with Durbin, Davis, Westberg. A 10.
Sometimes when the roof caves in, it brings the rain with it. 6-pin flies around the 10. By far, Charlie's best shot so far in this championship match. Earl Anthony was studying the rack. He was looking at his position on the approach while he's sitting down there and studying the pins to make sure they're in a perfect position that he likes.
His spare in the 7th. For the title, it is Tapp and Earl Anthony. Going to take a pause. We'll return to Toledo, Imperial Lanes after this. While we're away, and we are running way late, Earl Anthony in the 7th frame left the 10, covered it for a spare. In the 8th, a strike. Getting closer to going over the $1 million mark in earnings as he bowls against Charlie Tapp, who shoots in the 8th now with a spare up here in Toledo. In this championship game, only his 2nd strike.
This is the most important frame that Charlie Tapp has rolled all day. He trails by 18 pins. He's up on his good lane. He needs to get this strike to close that gap down to 8 pins and put the pressure on Anthony.
Another request for a re-rack, Bo.
And Chris, you know, the re-racks sometimes are caused by mechanically the pins are touched by the machine as they're set, and they're on little rollers and they get soft spot a little bit. There's nothing you can do about it.
Following Professional Bowlers Tour 5 Eastern and Pacific 4 Central, Wide World of Sports, World Weightlifting, lifting in excess of 500 pounds, all the quick speed of Winter National Drag Racing, and the World Cross Country Skiing Championships. Next.
Charlie Tapp needs this strike. He trails by 18. If he doesn't strike here, Earl Anthony, all he has to do is mark out to win $1 million, go over that mark.
Charlie with 2 strikes in the first game, 8 in the second, 6 in the third, 3 wins. Here's his shot. More pressure. Accepting that huge challenge, Charlie Tapp from South St. Paul.
He's kept himself in the match. He's brought it down to just 8 pins lead. Anybody can win.
No.
2 frames left for Anthony, 1 for Tapp.
Now Earl gets a re-rack on the right lane, granted by Harry Golden. Strike up, shooting in the 9th, 8-pin lead. Remember, winner, $38,000, runner-up, $20,000. So much at stake for both bowlers. Big one. 18-pin lead with a double up, and look at the intensity. You know, I call him the Jack Nicklaus of bowling. Their mannerisms are the same when the pressure's on. They just get up on their toes just a little bit more. Their intensity of their eyes. Ooh, are they good?
Chris, with a strike here, Earl Anthony can go into the $1 million bracket. If he doesn't strike, Charlie Tapp can still win the national championship.
In fact, he'd be 12,586 beyond.
Earl has struggled on this lane. He needs a strike to win.
Look at his reaction. You will seldom see that, but in this historical achievement for Earl Anthony at Imperial Lanes in the national championship, wow.
He's the winner. He's going to be in the 220s even with a bad count.
Look at that. He is over the $1 million mark. 43 years old, his 38th victory, his 5th national championship. What a competitor. 230s going against Charlie Tapp. And you were here at the richest tournament ever, the richest share to the winner of $38,000. But more important, he has set a pace as Susie gives him that ever-loving hug here in Toledo, Ohio, a great city where bowling is tremendous. He is the winner. Joe Antonora, the commissioner. Ed Bergsmark of Toledo Trust. They'll all be sharing in the spoils of victory to the winner, Earl Anthony. Picture telling the story here in Toledo, Ohio. And the national championship will come back, and you can rest assured that Earl, he won here last year, defending it successfully today in a tension-packed final match. 5 finalists, Charlie Tapp winning 3. What a disappointment for him, looking for not only his
Earl,
first
what do you
win,
think about when he came out in the 10th frame? If you opened, you could have lost the match.
That's you saw the shot. It was light in the pocket. I just wanted to make sure I didn't go through the nose. I wanted not to defeat myself. If somebody's going to beat me, I wanted Charlie to have to make the shots. And I figured he probably would. So I just didn't want to hit the nose.
You beat a great up-and-coming player, Earl. Congratulations. The greatest bowler of all time. Congratulations, Earl. Chris, back to you, partner.
All right, we do have a winner. We don't have a final score. That is secondary to everything that happened here. As we invite you to stay tuned next for ABC's Wide World of Sports, featuring the World Weightlifting Championships from Lille, France, the Winter Drag Racing Championships from Pomona, California, and the World Cross Country Skiing Championships from Oslo, Norway. Travel arrangements made through a promotional fee paid by United Airlines. United flies more people to Hawaii than any other airline. That's what friendly skies are all about. This has been a presentation as Anthony wins, a presentation of ABC Sports.